Alright, so I recently got Orion on everything, and I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of a mid-tier skin. I don't think it is worse than gold, because I actually hate the way gold looks in this game, but it is definitely not better than platinum, polyatomic. The other good ones are magma digital. I also like that more than Orion, and also this Crystallite one. This also looks better in my opinion. So honestly, I just wanted to talk a little bit about me getting Orion, some things that I've noticed now that I'm not just playing with purely snipers. You know, I had to unlock polyatomic for every single gun pretty much. I wanted to go over that, some problems with it, and just my overall experience. So the reason I actually got Orion, since I don't actually like the skin that much, is for the weapon mastery, which I'm almost there for the SPX. I just think the emblem and the calling card look really, really clean. I probably won't use the calling card just because I like the one that I have now, but I will definitely use the emblem because I think it looks really nice. I don't really care that much about the flex. Like, the thing about Orion is it's basically polyatomic, but you have to get headshots with every gun, which isn't that hard. I got it done in less than 50 games if you go on shipment. I get that it was probably a bigger deal back before shipment was, you know, a thing, but it literally took me less than 50 games because I would get 1 to 2 guns per done per game. So I don't think it's that big of a flex, honestly. And I just don't think it looks that good. I do like it more in game than some of the videos that I've been watching. But yeah, so I'm going to be using the SPX and I'm going to talk a little bit more about my experience. So the first thing I wanted to kind of talk about is the actual grind to the weapons. So originally I wasn't really going to care about mastery camo. And then I wanted polyatomic for my snipers, obviously. So I had to get that. And then Ryan was just kind of simple to get after that. But so the way to get platinum is 25 long shots, 20 I think with pistols, and 15 with shotguns is what I think it is. But basically I went into tier 1 and I just camped in the back of the map, and that seemed to be the easiest way for me to get long shots, and like I had the angel scope on and everything. But I just want to say that was way harder than getting all the guns gold and took longer. I just think because it was so boring. It was actually like, oh, it was so boring sitting in the back of the maps, just sniping for kills with every weapon. And I kind of don't like that, the way that I mean, I guess you could have done it other ways, but that's just the way that I found was the easiest. I don't know what I would rather have if it wasn't long shots, but overall, I just didn't like the long shot kills. You just had to camp in the back of the map and get a bunch of kills. It was really boring. And one thing that I've noticed over the course of camping in back of maps is that camping in this game is extremely viable, like more than I thought it would. And that kind of sucks for skill-based matchmaking because this game is definitely geared towards camper just because I think of the time to kill and overall the way the game plays. And I just hate that. It's a COD game. You should be able to play it how you want. You should be able to you know, if I rush, which is definitely my playstyle, I should be able to get a good KD. But, you know, when I'm using snipers all the time and just rushing in, my KD isn't that great. I think I'm sitting around a 1.0 right now, but I just don't like the way this game gears, you know, kind of camper playstyle, and that kind of sucks, and something I honestly don't know how you would be able to fix it. I think you would just have to increase the time to kill, or maybe rework the map somehow differently. I don't know exactly what the answer is, but I just don't like how campy this game is. Another thing I also realized is that the Chimera camos are still glitched for me. I think they came out with, originally when the gun came out, you could not get your platinum challenges done on it. And a lot of people said their polyatomic progress got reset, all their long shot kills got reset, so I ended up not doing that gun plat. Which, good job on adding a broken gun that's not even fixed yet. And it's like your third gun that you've added to the game. But anyway, so that was broken, and then when I was getting when I was going for Orion, my polyatomic camo for the Chimera was also glitched. So it still wasn't fixed for me at all. So I'm just wondering what the hell are they doing, because that shouldn't have happened. Like, it's just little things like this that are just destroying their game, like tiny glitches like that. I just want to take a quick moment to thank everyone for getting me to 100 subscribers. There's no way I would have thought that I was going to get 100 subscribers in just over a month. It's really insane, and I really appreciate it. And we just got our mastery camo for this gun. So I'll definitely be equipping that emblem. Another thing that I noticed, since I was in tier 1 mode so much, is that is not a suitable game mode for hardcore. The entire hardcore player base must be so pissed at Activision for just basically making their hardcore just more difficult to actually enjoy. I mean, it's hardcore damage, but with no HUD. You have, you know, no way of telling if your camos are done, nothing. There's no notifications pretty much at all for anything. And that's just that just really sucks for the hardcore player base. I personally don't play hardcore and didn't really play hardcore, but I can understand why a lot of hardcore players would be kind of pissed, because, I mean, you're just getting your game basically ripped away from you. And it's not the same. Tier 1 is definitely not the same as hardcore. And so, where's the regular hardcore mode? I think Activision is totally disregarding an entire player base, for not adding something that's fairly simple to implement, I would think, since they already have the damage values in the game and stuff. So, I don't know about that. Activision, that's just another instance of Activision being dumbasses and too lazy, and all they want is money for the least amount of work. Another thing is the Last Stand perk. I want to talk about that a little bit. Not only is it not a good perk, especially in multiplayer, I get it if you're playing S&D or something, but in multiplayer, why would you ever use it? I'm actually curious, so if you do use Last Stand, I would like to know the reasoning down in the comments, because I'm actually genuinely curious. Me and my friend had a debate, and we're like, oh, is it just because they like to be, like, people who run Last Stand like to be annoying, or do they think it's good? So I want to know what the thought process is. I do not run Last Stand. I think it's a terrible perk for multiplayer, just because how often you're actually gonna get a res off, especially against higher level players. So that was just kind of a question I had. And then the other thing that really pushes that perk over the edge, oh my god, how did I miss that, is that when you kill someone with Last Stand or down them and then kill them after, it doesn't count towards any of your weapon challenge progress, which is absolutely ridiculous and still a glitch that is going on since the game's release. Why is it that when people have Last Stand, it cancels your challenge progress? So now not only do I have to kill that guy again, now it won't count for part of my challenges if I'm doing challenges. It doesn't make any sense, and also the perk in multiplayer doesn't really make much sense, because in multiplayer, it's so fast-paced that you're hardly ever going to get it off anyway. But I don't know. If you guys use Last Stand, let me know in the comments why you use it. I'll definitely reply to pretty much every comment, so I would just like to hear some other people's reasoning. Next, I want to talk about the tuning update. They made the tuning changes, and now all of the snipers are actually insane. I don't have a class set up for it right now, but the Signal 50, that's really quick now, and it wasn't before, even if you had everything, you know, max tune for ADS speed. Now that's actually, you know, kind of competing with some of the other snipers in terms of ADS speed. I didn't really notice it so much on marksman rifles. Some guns were stronger than others, but the SPX, it got a pretty noticeable change, and it is definitely, without question, the fastest sniper. It's definitely more fun to use now that they did that. The last thing I kind of want to talk about So basically, there's been a glitch in the game that I've been experiencing recently. My first slot, when I leave a game, it will remove all of the attachments. So it'll just get rid of all of these attachments. My camo stayed the same, all my perks and everything stay the same, but all of my weapon attachments is gone. And I was actually recording for a video. I was using, I think, snipers, and I got rid of all my attachments. And so I had to go in the footage after and actually check what all the attachments were, because I wanted everything to stay consistent for that video. But it's like simple things like that. How do you mess that up? Like, it'll just do it randomly. I can't recreate it for you guys because I don't know what exactly causes it, but just another glitch just added onto the pile. It's like, I don't know how you mess up a game that badly. Check out that. That looks pretty dope. I might change my calling card, honestly, because it doesn't really fit. I was hoping it would fit better. Yeah, that looks so cool. Let's go on a standard. Let's put on this. Yeah, that looks sick. So that's all for the video. I just wanted to talk about my experience grinding for some of these other camos and not just using snipers pretty much all the time. If you actually look at my stats here, if you look at my total kills, yeah, you would probably say that I play snipers a lot. Between marksmans and sniper rifles, I have about 8.2k kills on both of those. But after using some of the other guns, it's been a little interesting. But yeah, subscribe because I want more G Fuel, and I'll catch you guys later.